As requested by the United States government.
Attention, attention. This is an official civil defense warning. This is not a test.
We interrupt our normal program in the interest of security and...
Welcome, I am Randy Miller, and this is
Guy Curtis.
We are here now to tell you about the latest news. Don't touch me! Yes, this is an epidemic that is hitting our nation as we speak. There are many people around touching each other.
It's an unfortunate epidemic. It seems to be spreading coast to coast based on the evidence that we've been getting all day.
It's true, it's true.
What do we have here, Randy?
Well, as you can see right here, we are standing in the middle of the street, and we have zombies attacking. It might be hard for you to see, so I'll zoom in close. Zombies attacking. They are touching everyone. Kai, this is a problem, and we need to be very cautious. Everyone, please be careful.
I think we'd always been warned about this. Too much touching, and we will become zombies. From the earliest stages, we were reminded of this. I'm getting something in just now. I believe we have a picture from a viewer out on the street. Oh my God. Randy, our worst fears are being realized.
What are you seeing out there?
We have here what appear to be pelican heads, giant pelican heads, racing around the street. The picture is blurry. I believe it was probably taken on a cell phone. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy.
Kai, would you say that there's any danger right now for people walking through the streets?
Randy, I would say there is nothing but danger for the people walking through the streets.
Well, oh my gosh. This is terrible news. People are starting to set up camps right above the pelican heads. People, this is not the place or the time to be setting up camps. You need to be camping in your basement. Lock the doors. Get some canned soup. Drink some water.
Randy, I believe we actually have a call in from a college professor who is a doctor of camping. A doctor of camping.
Oh, the doctor of camping.
Yes. Professor Kaufman. Professor Kaufman, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Professor Kaufman, there are people camping in the streets in the middle of a zombie-touching epidemic. What information do you have for the general public at a time like this?
Well, I can only say this. Camping is supposed to be recreational, purely recreational.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie-touching wars are happening right now. This is not a recreation. This is, in fact, a disease that is happening, and we need to be very cautious.
Mm-hmm.
The material that we use for tents is typically nylon. It is not going to hold up to one touch of a zombie.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kaufman. Insightful as always.
Oh, yes. And Kai, I am now getting word from the U.S. military from General Happenstance.
Hello, is this Randy?
Yes, General. Hi, are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
What can you say to the population about what precautionary measures should they be taking right now?
Move out! Move! I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, General. What's happening back there?
You were saying cautionary measures. Well, there is one piece of advice that we've been getting over and over again from Central Command, and that is romance novels. If you read a romance novel at a time like this, you may find it easy to distract yourself from the zombie epidemic. Don't do that! Do not read a romance novel right now. This is not the time. There are zombies, and they will try to touch you. And touching happens in romance novels too. I'm sorry. I'm getting animated. I'm being out in the field. It's tough right now, Randy. It's tough. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to let you go. No! No! Move the tank the other way! Other way!
Well, very disturbing indeed. The fact that our military is out and about, that's very good news for us, though. I'm sure that we will see a closure to this zombie war shortly.
Oh my God, hold on. We just received a new photo from one of our field reporters. It appears here.
I'm sorry, Kai, I'm going to have to interrupt you. There's some more breaking news. Down at the bottom of the scene. It looks like we have a Venus flytrap that is growing incredibly large. I did not realize that this was the Armageddon happening right now, but oh my gosh, there's more news! A rainbow up in the skies! It is up in the skies! It is simply up in the skies right now. Kai, I know that you're out in the field, and I want you to be very careful.
Randy, there's so much news coming in so fast, it's hard to process. Between the Venus flytrap, there appears to be a caterpillar that is dropping off the side of the building. I believe it's going to ambush the campers. They have no idea this is going on. No idea.
He blows bubbles with his nose!
Randy,
I'm sorry for shouting that out, Kai. I know that you have a terrible time with your allergies in this weather.
Randy, this is neither the time nor the place to talk about personal hygiene unless it prevents touching. Again, we have to bring this back to the central issue of touching. This is a recurrent theme because this is what has brought us to the zombie apocalypse.
You're right, Kai. Now, I have reports of an eyewitness. There is an eyewitness who just saw, it looks like a gargoyle has jumped off of a building and onto a flying horse. This is incredible because it appears that it's fleeing the rainbows as we speak. You know that we are in great danger when the stone gargoyles are exiting the building.
Well, I think naturally in a time of zombie apocalypse, you're going to expect a number of the other supernatural elements to mobilize. And I believe that is what is happening in this case.
Yes, you're right, Kai. And I actually have the eyewitness report right here. The eyewitness is Henry Hertzfeld. Henry?
Hey, is it safe here? Is it safe? Are you sure it's safe here?
Well, I don't know. You gave us the report.
They're coming in from every direction. I mean, just earlier, there was one of those gargoyles coming in and flew so low that I said to myself, ants are in my pants! It's not a phrase that I use lightly, okay? Believe me, Vanessa, if you're out there, head for Tallahassee! Head for Tallahassee!
Okay, everyone just stay calm. You do not need to head to Tallahassee. We actually have a report from the police that says just stay home. Just don't leave your home. You don't need to flee the city right now. Fleeing is just going to cause more panic.
Randy, this just in. We have a new piece of breaking news that I think is a game changer here. There appears to be we'll just call it a porcine issue going on down on 4th Street. I don't believe the military is equipped to handle a pig of this magnitude at this time.
Well, that is very unfortunate news because you know that this is a city of vegans and vegetarians.
Speaking of vegetarians, we have a nutrition expert from the university. He's on the line right now. Hello, Mr. Browning. Mr. Browning, are you there?
Yes, hello.
Hi, Mr. Browning. What can you tell us about giant pigs appearing on the sidewalk?
Oh, giant pigs. Well, you see, part of the insulin inside of the Venus flytraps is actually getting inside of the pig's bloodstream and causing them to grow rapidly. It's a very big problem, as you can tell. Swine flu is already on our radar, and now it is uncanny proportions. So please come in and get your vaccine.
Truly startling news, Mr. Browning. Thank you very much.
Well, looks like we have a break. Oh! Oh my God!
Randy, do you have a new piece of news? Can you tell me something about?
Unfortunately, there are children in the area. There is a children inside of a park, and he seems to be falling off of the sidewalk and off of a chair. It's very hard to see, very tiny, but I assure you, this is a gruesome scene for sure. And there is a ghost. I can only assume that is the ghost exiting its body.
Indeed, Randy, indeed, you have to expect that there are going to be ghosts at a time like this. It's an unfortunate fact, but one that I think we all saw coming. Randy,
Yes.
at a time like this, there's a lot of information and there is a lot of news. There are a lot of events occurring on the street, but I believe we have to ask ourselves, what does it mean? What does it mean?
You're right, Kai. I don't know what it means. Maybe it's because I'm getting a little worked up because there are kids falling into giant pits in the middle of the city. And I know that my kids were at daycares.
Keep it together, Randy. For yourself, for your wife, for the people. Come on. You can do this.
You're right. I believe it means that we all need to take measures to ensure that we are not as wasteful as we used to be. I'm sure that this is just some form of global warming, I'm sure.
Indeed, global warming it is. Randy, I believe we're going off the air for a little bit. In parting, though, I'd like to share one thought with the people. And that thought is, if you're talking, I'm walking. So keep talking, people, and I will keep walking to bring you the news.
Just remember, if your family members are falling ill and start turning into zombies, please make sure you carry the appropriate insulin shots.
Okay? My name is Kai Curtis, and this is
Randy Miller. We will now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Thank you and good night.